And we are back live on Facebook, folks. Happy Thursday afternoon. Mario, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, Andy.
How was your Halloween event yesterday?
Halloween was fantastic here at the office. We had a lot of little kids. At home, we don't get that many, but we got a lot here yesterday.
And today's a great show, man. We're talking about money and how to get people into homes. And we're going to talk about doctors and professionals and self-employed, working for somebody else. And there's nothing spooky about that, right?
No, spooky. No.
All the spooks were yesterday. There's nothing spooky. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, everybody. You're coming on real quick on the phone, so if I don't say your name, my apologies. Welcome, Laura. And we're here double broadcasting here as usual at the one-stop shop, the mind of Mario Quintero, as we have deemed this individual. And we got a great show today. Mm-hmm. We really do. So if you guys are watching and you want to share this, you have any friends you want to help out, and maybe try and get into a home before the end of the year, yes, it is possible. This guy has done it. So it's only in November, right? So they have time.
They still have time, and I just want to mention two programs that we have that were just announced by one of our wholesalers last week. We can lock rates in today for a period of 2 months with no cost, and the lender will also reimburse for the appraisal at closing. Those are two specials that have been added as of last week.
That's awesome. Special heads up before you hear it. If you are an attorney, a doctor, a dentist, nurse, or a teacher, pay attention. This is going to be important for you. If you're not and you have a friend in your network, share this now. Hit that share button in the bottom and let them in on the info, because this is a good one. This is a good one. So, Mario, let's get into this, buddy. What is the difference between somebody that's self-employed, a self-employed borrower, and somebody that works for an individual or a company?
So we have two types of borrowers.
Okay.
The first one is what we call a W-2 wage earner, someone that works by the hour.
By the hour.
Or someone who has a regular salary every single week. And these type of borrowers get paid either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly.
Okay.
Then we have the self-employed borrower, who is someone who runs their own business.
Okay.
They could operate under an LLC. They could operate under a sub-S corporation, or they could operate under a fictitious name.
Okay.
The key here is that they need to have been self-employed for at least 2 years.
Okay.
All right, and have 2 years worth of tax returns in both cases.
That's important. Muy importante. Okay. So for those of you out there that are self-employed, thumbs up in the chat. Just make a comment there so that we know. And if you work for somebody, just go ahead and make a comment in the chat. We want to hear from you, and we're going to have this open so that Mario can answer some questions there. Hi, Vivian. How are you? Vivian saying hello to us. We got Laura here. You got a whole bunch of people on your feed, our feed. We're rocking it, man. So there's a big difference. There's a big difference then if you're self-employed or you're working for somebody.
Well, the biggest difference is how the income is actually reported on the tax returns.
Okay.
Usually, W-2 income earners don't have a lot of deductions on their tax returns.
Okay.
As a self-employed business owner, they have the opportunity to write off a lot of different things. So to give you an example, you have someone who earns $75,000 as a W-2, and their net income is $70,000. Then we average that over 12 months, and that's our monthly income that we're going to use. You have a self-employed borrower that earns $75,000 but has $30,000 worth of write-offs.
Right.
Now their income is $40,000 divided by 12 months. That's the monthly income we use. So that's where a lot of times the big difference comes in, that the self-employed borrower has a lot of different write-offs that actually reduces their ability to borrow more money than a W-2 wage earner.
And these are very important factors when it comes time to buy that property or get into your dream home.
Yes, it is. And sometimes we have self-employed borrowers that may not want to wait to secure an additional full years of income without a lot of deductions, and sometimes we'll have to go with a stated income program or an alternative type of financing program in order to assist them to get into that house.
And of course, Mario, you can help them in all those cases, in all those different scenarios. You can basically work with them and identify what is the best route that they can go ahead and take.
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, we have to evaluate what we have to work with and match them up against the best program. And that's why we have such a varied menu of programs for every type of borrower and also every type of income level.
Excellent advice, excellent advice. For those of you just tuning in, hello Patrick, welcome to the broadcast. Laura, B. Folks, we're here with Mario Quintero from marioshomenews.com. If you have never checked out his website, check it out, marioshomenews.com. It's right behind us there in the URL. And if this is your first time watching us, welcome. Mario Quintero, the guru in South Florida real estate and mortgage affairs. And my name is Andy with In South Florida, yours truly, and we do this show every week. Every week at 4 o'clock, we got the happy hour.
Between 4 and 4:30.
Between 4 and 4:30, we do the one-stop shop happy hour here. And for those of you that have been watching, you already know the mind of Quintero. If this is your first time here, say hello in the chat, and be sure to check out marioshomenews.com because all of the videos and all of the broadcasts are there. And if you're in the market to buy a new home, sell a property, looking for money, looking for a loan, whatever situation you may be in, this guy can make it happen. Trust me. Go check out marioshomenews.com. Check out the archives. A lot of interesting topics on there. So welcome to the broadcast. Mario, what is declining income and how does it affect the borrower? I know that those words send shockwaves. Declining income, what do you mean I'm doing something wrong? We got to go the other way.
So declining income on a W-2 wage earner can occur because their hours got cut back from 1 year to the next.
Yes.
Maybe their overtime was reduced from 1 year to the next. In a self-employed borrower, they could have declining income because maybe they lost a big account.
That's true.
Or maybe they're having difficulties this year collecting on their accounts receivables, and their year-to-date income is not as high as the prior year. We have sometimes clients that are in the medical field, and sometimes their reimbursements from Medicare go from 90 days to 6 months.
The process. Yeah.
And it increases the amount of time that they're going to get their funds back into their income stream. So all of these things that have declining income, they're issues, and they could hurt the process of the file because the underwriter then maybe looks at that situation as, is this person going to be able to afford this amount of mortgage?
Absolutely.
As the income starts to show over the last 2 years that it's declining. And it may just be a temporary thing, but we have to show through documentation that it is temporary, and if it is permanent, then we have other issues that we have to contend with and look for other options.
Important points to cover. There's a lot of independent business owners out here probably watching us, and as an independent business owner, we know sometimes we have great months, we have good months, and some months are not that good. So all of those are factors to be considered.
Yes, they are.
As a whole.
By the way, for the self-employed business owner, we do have a new program. It's actually a stated income, stated asset program that we could do up to $5 million for a self-employed who maybe the last 2 years their income tax returns have not been as abundant as in the past. They have a situation where they need to improve their cash flow through a refinance or just taking equity out of their home. They may have an investment property that they have to refinance. They need to take cash from an investment property. We do have a new program for self-employed that may have some of those issues. And it's a lot lower than private type mortgages. So it's somewhere between conventional and private. So we're looking at about 7.5% on those loans.
So Mario, you're telling me that as a business owner, I can move into a $4 million property with this particular program?
With this particular program, yes.
Honey, if you're watching, let's get in contact with Mario and let's start packing. It's time to move. No. All right. So this is the part of the broadcast that we told you earlier. If you're an attorney, if you're a doctor, if you're a dentist, nurse, or a teacher, and if you're watching, heads up, pay attention. Look at Vanessa there. Pay attention. And if you're not one of those professions, and if you have friends, we're going to give you a second to share this broadcast. Because if you know a nurse, you know a teacher, a doctor, an attorney that wants to get into a property, wants to get into a house, this is for them. Share this broadcast. Go ahead. You could do it now. Hit that button there or comment and leave a message, because Mario's going to focus on special programs that can get these individuals, which I didn't know, by the way. I mean, this guy's just brilliant. I mean, he doesn't get any better than that. Mario, how can an attorney, a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, or a teacher get into a house? They just started their career.
Especially after they graduated from college.
There's no
right?
money there.
Okay. Well, most of these professions, when they graduate from college, and they've just finished 4, 6, 7 years, maybe 10 years of study. They're getting out. They want to go to work. So let's say you have a doctor that goes and works for a hospital, or a nurse that goes and works for a hospital,
right.
An attorney who gets hired by a law firm in Miami, a teacher that gets hired by the Miami-Dade school system.
How is that possible? These guys are in Delvas.
I understand that.
They're
but
over their head, Mario. How can you help them?
But the thing is that they will each have letters of intent to work for these different type of companies.
Okay.
Hospitals or law firms or the Miami-Dade school or any school district in the state of Florida.
Okay.
So we take their transcripts from college. We get a copy of their diploma, and we get the letter of intent. And with that information and that income that is written down in that letter of intent from their employer that they're going to start working on Monday.
Okay.
All right. We can get them approved after we run their credit and make sure that their monthly obligations are going to be able to approve. We just had an attorney that graduated from Villanova Law School. He graduated in May, came down to Miami, started working July 1st, and we just put him into a house because his letter of intent says that he was going to start getting paid $170,000 a year. So here's an attorney who just went 4 years of college, 3 years of law school, just got out, got a job right away. He's already in his house.
La tarjeta de crédito hasta las nubes, owes everybody.
If the numbers pan out and they meet the criterias for the loan, that letter of intent with the transcripts and the diploma, that will make the deal come through.
And you wonder what we call this, the mind of Quintero, right? Wonder no more. Welcome Roberto Martin. Welcome Tony there on your phone. Dude, that is brilliant, and I bet that a lot of our viewers didn't even know that was even a thing.
It happens all the time, especially these professions. Attorney, doctor, dentist, nurse, teacher. We did it last year for a operating room nurse who got hired for the operating room right out of nursing school.
That is fantastic.
And transcripts and the letter of intent from one of the local hospitals. And
you're basically in.
They went into their home.
Their dream home. And of course, you take care of both sides, the real estate and the mortgage.
We help them find a house, and then we finance the house.
There's no need to go to two separate people, deal with different people, get confused. Did they come to the one-stop shop?
That's why we are the one-stop shop.
That's right. You are the one-stop shop. What are the loan limits, and how do credit scores factor into these loan programs?
So I want to talk primarily about 3 different loans, which are the 3 that are most used. The conventional loan.
Conventional, okay.
This year, conventional loans in 2018, and these limits are set by Fannie and Freddie Mac,
okay,
the government guidelines. And this year, $453,100 is the loan limit for a conventional loan, and you need to have a minimum of a 620 credit score to qualify for a conventional loan.
Okay.
The second type of loan here in South Florida is the FHA loan.
Okay.
And the loan limit for an FHA loan is up to $345,000.
Okay.
And your credit score under FHA can be as low as 580.
Okay.
So you have about a 40-point spread. If you've had
points.
some credit issues, you could still get into an FHA loan.
Okay.
And then we have the jumbo loan. The jumbo loan is for loan limits of, let's say, 453,200, which is
Okay.
above the conventional,
Okay.
all the way to $5 million.
Wow.
Okay, for a residential loan.
Okay.
And usually, the minimum credit score is a 720. However, we've been able to secure exceptions on a couple of loans that were in the $1.5 to $2 million range at the 680 credit score.
Okay.
But those were exceptions. We had to write letters to the underwriter, explain why we have this slight drop in the credit score.
Right.
But jumbo loans at 720 score or above, not a problem, all the way to $5 million.
Nice. So there's definitely options out there without a doubt.
There are many options out there. It's just that you have to have the right access to that in order to be able to get it done.
Barbie, welcome to the broadcast. Roberto, I'll definitely contact you after the broadcast. Patrick, thank you there for the thumbs up. Patrick works at a school. You might have graduates there that could qualify for this program. Patrick, I encourage you to contact here Mr. Mario Quintero, and he can help maybe you and a couple of your students as well. So that is some good info, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that people just don't even don't even know it exists. And all these individuals that there's Lawrence, all these individuals that have graduated and they think, I owe these loans and my cards are maxed out. There's no way I'm going to be able to get into a property. And yet, if they have secured a job with a company and they have a letter of intent and everything, they can actually make that dream happen.
We could make the dream happen. We could explore that dream, and then we could find out up to how much of a house that they could buy, because there are limits unless you have unlimited income. Don't worry, that's Lawrence, my catcher in high school. He's goofing with us. Typical goof. But yeah, I mean, the numbers have to pan out. So
Right.
Everyone needs to, we have to evaluate. We do a financial assessment on everyone that we take an application for. We want to make sure that we can hit those numbers before we go out to look for a home.
Awesome. And folks, again, MariosHomeNews.com. If you haven't checked it out yet, there's a ton of resources there that Mario has assembled. We've been doing these broadcasts now for about 8 weeks to 10 weeks. We have at least 8 to 10 great live streams there with amazing content that if you're in the market to purchase a home, or you're in the market to sell, or you're looking for some money, hard money comes to term. If you want to know what that is, check out MariosHomeNews.com and look at the segment of hard money. Very, very interesting segment. But if you're that individual, if you're watching now saying, I'm tired of renting, I'm tired of being here, every month I'm throwing my money away because it's going to my landlord, and you finally want to make that change, you want to make that dream happen for you, you owe it to yourself to check out MariosHomeNews.com or get in contact with Mario directly. I have witnessed, I have seen this guy can make dreams happen. You know what? Maybe we'll change your name from the Mario Quintero to the Dream Maker. The Dream Maker.
We do try to make dreams come true.
The Dream Maker. I don't know. I guess we'll leave that to our watchers here.
Yeah.
So you guys vote. You guys vote during the chat. You could type in the Mind of Quintero or type in the Dream Maker, and I guess at the end of the week or so we'll do a tally. We'll do a tally and we'll do a count. But
hi, Eddie.
How's it going, Eddie? For folks, absolutely, seriously, we do this every week, and Mario brings us tremendous knowledge, tremendous content, expertise in both areas of the real estate business, both with the property side and the financial side. So what else do we have for our viewers?
One of the things I want to mention is that after 14 years, we're going to go digital with Mario's Home News, the 10-page.
What is
newsletter.
digital, man?
It's going to go digital. We've already got the this year's first 2 issues.
They're up there.
They're up on marioshomenews.com under
Yep.
the topic resources
Yep.
on the information bar. Those are out there.
Yep.
And the November issue, which is the fall issue that we usually mail out in November, should be uploaded by early next week.
Yep.
And then we will be putting out an announcement so that not only the 1,800, close to 1,800 families that were getting the newsletter mailed to their homes
Right.
are now going to be able to just one click away go in and read it and read past issues also. And again, that newsletter has been around for 14 years.
Long
It's
time.
just that we have to go with the technology now and get it up online so that we can broaden the horizons of the people that really would like to read that information.
Expand and reach more people in an easier way. You can read it on your smartphone. You can read it on your tablet, your iPad. There's no need, to be in front of a PC. Just as a note, the website marioshomenews.com is mobile friendly. So if you are watching on your phone now, you can just go ahead and check it out. marioshomenews.com, and you can view it on your phone. There's a ton of resources in there already. Like I said, there's over 8 to 10 live streams and videos where you will become your own expert in the area of real estate and financing, and Mario can help you. We're also going to have it in there pretty soon. I haven't told you, but your handout on the 88 turbulences, we
That's
definitely,
gonna be up there too.
that in itself is worth a visit to the website. Just learning at a minimum 88 things that can go wrong if you're doing a deal. So listen, whether you're using Mario, you're not using Mario, you're thinking about Mario, or you've never heard of Mario, you've heard of him now though, you need to check out those 88 turbulences, because that will help you get through whatever real estate transaction you're doing. And if you've encountered some of those, then all you can do is call the one-stop shop, and he'll guide you through it. This guy is the captain of the 88 turbulences. I mean, he's amazing, folks. So what do we have for our viewers next week, or is this going to be a little secret?
No, it'll be a secret till next week to see. Well, the thing is that between now and next week,
Right.
different issues arise.
A lot of stuff happens,
and
correct.
then a lot of stuff happens, and that's where I get the idea for Thursday.
Absolutely.
Thursday show. One of the things I do want to mention is that with the marioshomenews.com, tomorrow we will feature it on our Real Estate Friday feed.
Nice.
You'll see a video regarding the inception of marioshomenews.com, and also today, if you could share this live video to your friends and family on
Share.
Facebook,
Share.
it'd be great if you could help us out and share it. And we appreciate you tuning in.
Absolutely. And I'm going to give him a small plug for me, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that okay?
Go ahead.
So if you like marioshomenews.com, check it out. We build that site for Mario. If you like this concept of live streaming and talking to people live and being watched by thousands of people, give me a call. My name is Andy at insouthflorida.com. Andy at insouthflorida.com. You can check out our website too, insouthflorida.com. And we're here to serve you. And we're here to just get your message out, and we could put this package together for you all the time and just help you get the message out there.
That's right.
Mario, as always, man, I always learn. It feels like I'm not working when I'm here with you. It feels like I'm getting an education, and I'm becoming more savvy about real estate and mortgages. So thank you for sharing with me, and thank you for sharing with our viewers. And we'll see you next week, man.
It's my pleasure. Thanks, Andy.
We'll see it.
Everybody have
All
a
right,
great
folks,
weekend.
you got your homework. Share, Frank.
Thank you.
Share, Lisa. Talk to you guys soon. Bye
Bye-bye.
now.